Some of the most terrifying moments ever recorded didn't come from movies. They came from security cameras. These clips were never meant for the public, but once they surfaced, the internet couldn't look away. What you're about to hear are real CCTV moments that left investigators confused, viewers chilled, and entire communities asking the same question: what did we just see? Most people are late to how often CCTV captures things we can't explain. Strange movements, uninvited visitors, people acting in ways that don't feel human, and events that look impossible. These cameras don't lie, and they don't sleep. Number 10. The man who vanished in a hallway. A hotel camera shows a man walking down a long, empty corridor. Nothing strange. Until he stops, looks around, and steps to the left into a wall. But he doesn't reappear. Staff searched the hall, checked every room, even reviewed the footage frame by frame. No cuts, no glitches, just a man walking and then gone. The clip spread like wildfire because the hotel had no hidden doors, no maintenance gaps, nothing. To this day, the footage remains a favorite for paranormal investigators and skeptics alike, each trying to debunk what appears to be a man simply walking out of existence. Number 9. The elevator woman. A young woman enters an elevator and starts acting like she's hiding from someone. She presses every button, peeks outside, jumps in and out. People thought she was communicating with someone who wasn't there. The eerie part. When the doors finally close and the elevator moves, she disappears and never steps out on any floor. To this day, viewers argue about what she saw. Some theories suggest a mental health crisis, while others point to a stalker just out of the camera's view. But the most unsettling idea is that she was running from something none of us could see. Her panicked movements and the final, empty elevator have become an iconic piece of internet lore. Number 8. The empty parking lot visitor. A security guard watching night footage noticed a figure walking through the lot, but they weren't walking normally. Their body leaned at an unnatural angle, almost floating forward. The figure suddenly stops, turns directly toward the camera, and the feed cuts for 6 seconds. When it resumes, the figure is gone. Guards searched immediately. No one was there. The weirdest part wasn't just the walk. It was the way it seemed to glide over the asphalt, unaffected by gravity, and that sudden, deliberate turn towards the camera. It felt like it knew it was being watched, just before the feed conveniently glitched. Coincidence or something else? Number 7. The disappearing car. We've seen people vanish, but what about a whole car? This piece of footage comes from a traffic camera at a quiet intersection. A dark sedan pulls up to the red light and waits. It's completely normal. Then, another car's headlights flash across the screen as it passes from the opposite direction. In that split second of intense light, the sedan is there. The next frame, it's completely gone. No smoke, no skid marks, no sign it was ever there. It didn't turn, it didn't speed off, it just ceased to exist in the blink of an eye. People have tried to explain it as a lighting trick or a camera malfunction, but the footage is so clean, it's hard to dismiss. Number 6. The figure in the hospital bed. A nurse doing her late-night rounds checked the security monitor for an empty room. Everything looked normal until she noticed movement. A dark, shadowy figure slowly rose from the empty bed, stood there for a moment, and then dissolved back into the mattress. She rushed to the room, but it was completely empty, the sheets undisturbed. The hospital had a history of strange reports, but having it caught on camera was a first. The chilling part is how deliberate the movements were. It wasn't a shadow or a trick of the light. It looked like a person made of smoke. Number 5. The playground ghost swing. This one is a classic, but it never gets less creepy. A park security camera, late at night, shows an empty playground. All the swings are still, except for one. One swing is moving back and forth with incredible force, as if a child were trying to swing as high as they could. There's no wind. The trees in the background are perfectly still. The swing continues for hours with the same impossible momentum, before finally slowing to a stop just as the sun begins to rise. Local legends often talk about spirits in that park, and this footage seems to be the proof many were looking for. Number 4. The Stalker on the Ceiling. A woman reported feeling watched in her own home for weeks. She installed a small camera in her living room, hoping to catch a burglar. What she found was far more disturbing. The footage shows her watching TV on her couch. If you look closely at the top of the frame, you can see a human-like figure clinging to the ceiling in the corner, motionless, just watching her. The figure is contorted in a way that seems physically impossible. After reviewing the footage, she fled the house and never returned. It's a terrifying reminder that sometimes the monster isn't outside your window, it's already in the room with you. Number 3. The Mannequin That Moved. In a closed clothing store overnight, all the mannequins are in their usual positions. The security camera rolls, capturing the silent, dark shop. Then, in the corner of the screen, the head of one of the mannequins slowly turns to face the camera. It holds its gaze for several minutes before slowly turning back. Store employees were baffled. They confirmed no one had been inside, and there were no mechanisms to make the mannequins move. Some viewers claim it's a clever prank, but the store owner insisted the footage was real and that strange things had been happening for months. Number 2. The Doppelganger Glitch. This footage is one of the most debated online. A man walks into a convenience store and goes to the counter. Everything is normal. But a few seconds later, the exact same man wearing the same clothes, with the same walk, enters the store again and walks past the first version of himself. The first man doesn't react, almost as if he can't see his double. The second man grabs a drink and leaves. The footage has been analyzed for digital manipulation, but experts have found no obvious signs of editing. It feels like a glitch in the Matrix, a moment where reality seemed to repeat itself. Number 1. The Shadow in the Woods. A trail camera set up by a hunter captured something that has defied all explanation. In the dead of night, the camera is triggered by movement. At first, you see a deer run past, but seconds later, a tall, impossibly thin, dark figure sprints after it at an incredible speed. Its limbs are too long, its movements too fast to be human. It doesn't run like an animal either. It moves with an unsettling, fluid grace that looks completely unnatural. The figure is only on screen for a few frames, but it's enough to leave you with a deep sense of dread. Whatever it was fast, silent, and hunting in those woods. What do you think is going on in these clips? Are they proof of the paranormal, or are our eyes just playing tricks on us? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you want more unexplained mysteries, make sure to like and subscribe. Stay safe out there.